Over 500 years ago, people in this community on Lake Mutanda and around Lake Mutanda, they believed that someone did actually pass on, that they were just resting. So what they did, they wrapped the body in the papyrus reeds and they brought the body right here inside this cave.
Again, I was among the first few people to come here about 10 years ago. And when I came here, the people in the community across there on Mutanda Island, they saw that I had come and nothing had happened to me. So they also had to come after me. So when they came, they realized that it is a cave and an island with a lot of land that is not being used. So they started to graze their animals on the island here. So their gods came inside. They discovered some minerals in the soils, and they, in the process of getting access to the minerals, they trampled on the skeletons and skulls, and they made the skulls to disintegrate. But when I first came, these skeletons were up there.
Oh, that's a leg.
It was usually, this is a leg. It was usually a skeleton lying on a mat like this, which was on top of this stretcher. So the person would be brought on a canoe and put up there. The bodies were very intact. And I think about 3 skeletons were up, but I've noticed that there are so many that are still yet to be discovered. So when somebody died, people had to find a place which was convenient where they would put their dead. They brought them here, left them here, and partially believe it's where the culture or the practice of sacrificing to the dead started from, because the people never knew that somebody had died. So they brought them to rest in here, and they kept bringing food so that if somebody wakes up, they can start by eating. One thing that I discovered in May last year, just a few months ago, is that this is salt.
This is salt.
This
On
is
the
salt
walls?
On the walls. And I had been wondering why the skeletons still have the skin. And that solves the mystery, because then the skins are there because of the salts which have been preserving them. Otherwise, these are also skeletons of, I think, hundreds of years, maybe 500 to 600
These.
years. Yes, and if it wasn't for the salt to preserve them, they would probably be gone by now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So these go back 500 years, you think?
Because maybe they're the people who are using some of the things at my island.
So I have to get closer. So this is inside the cave with, guys, there are like very many skeletons the other side. So these are the skeletons. They're actually more in that hole, and it's believed that some of the kings, the ancient kings of Rwanda, were buried here together with some ordinary people. Those are the skeletons of people. Some have literally turned into ash or soil, but some are right here. So it is believed that apart from the bodies that you can see right here, some are buried under this soil or under this rock inside this cave. I don't think this cave has a name, but I'm going to find out from the locals. But yeah, that is as far as I could go. There's a bat. I really hope it doesn't give me the slap of my life, because what am I doing up here? So, and then the tour guide told us that this is salt, and that is why bodies, skeletons that I believe to be from all those years ago, still have some little bit of skin on them. I'm going to give you guys a close-up, and you're going to be able to see, because by now you'd think that the skeletons would, just be bones, but there is actually still some skin on the skeleton. You can literally see it is a human person, a human skeleton. This is probably the the most scary thing I've ever done in my life. Well, not scary because some of you apparently still think abseiling is scary, but yeah.
When they saw me,
Who are these people? Just people from the village?
people from all around the area. In the past, population was very sparse. People used to live for a longer period of time, and wild animals were roaming all over the place. This lake was formed 10,000 years ago when the river was flowing through. Then the volcanic eruptions took place. The lava flew and broke the flow of the river. The river reversed and filled this to form a lake. And so the people, initially, whenever they lost somebody, they would leave their person in the compound or in the houses, and the animals would eat up the bodies. It's very difficult for people to get out of the boat to get to this point. So the government can help by building a platform here. The government can help by creating, first of all, an earthing. Get somebody who knows archaeology to tell us more about the details. To maybe excavate carefully the remains of the people who are in there, and maybe create a permanent display, proper display. Because sometimes the animals, the goats, come inside. They come like this. They go inside. They break everything. Or sometimes kids come and they start holding the skeletons and the skulls, and it's not nice to disturb the peace of the dead who are resting. So there's a couple of few things they can do, because this is everyone has brought here. They realize that this is unique. In other places, like where there's a genocide, where there was a genocide, people were forced to die. But in here, people are the people are peacefully lying here. They are made to rest here because there was no other option. If they were left to stay somewhere else, the wild animals would eat up their bodies.